Want to speak real Italian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ItalianPod101.com.
Ciao, sono Consuelo, piacere. Hi, I'm Consuelo, nice to meet you. In this lesson, you are going to learn how to introduce yourself in Italian. There are only 2 sentences to do it, but first, it is important to clarify that in Italian there's a difference between formal and informal speech. Let's now see how Italians introduce themselves in an informal situation, referring to tu, Italian for you. Ciao, sono Consuelo, piacere di conoscerti. Hi, I'm Consuelo, nice to meet you. Ciao, sono Consuelo, piacere di conoscerti. So, you just need to say, ciao, sono, add your name, and then piacere di conoscerti. Ciao, sono Consuelo, piacere di conoscerti. And now, let's see the same sentence during a formal situation, referring to lei, the Italian courtesy form for you. Buongiorno, sono Consuelo Innocenti, piacere di conoscerla. Buongiorno, sono Consuelo Innocenti, piacere di conoscerla. What has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a look at this. Ciao has been substituted with the formal greeting buongiorno, Italian for good morning. Sono Consuelo has not been changed. Sono stands in both cases for I am. However, during a formal self-introduction, we also say our last name. Consuelo Innocenti are respectively my first and last names. Finally, the sentence piacere di conoscerla has switched conoscerti into conoscerla, since conoscerla is referred to lei, the Italian formal courtesy form for you. So, the formal way to introduce yourself is buongiorno, sono, here add your full name, and then piacere di conoscerla. Buongiorno, sono Consuelo Innocenti, piacere di conoscerla.
Buongiorno, mi chiamo Melissa Cox. E lei? Come si chiama?
Buongiorno, Alessio Martini, piacere di conoscerla.
Molta lieta.
This time we are going to learn how to thank people. So, siete pronti? Are you ready? Cominciamo! Let's start! There are several ways to thank someone. Let's start with the easiest. It's just one word. Grazie. Grazie. Grazie means thank you. When saying thank you very much, you just need to add tante or mille, like grazie tante or grazie mille. Grazie tante or grazie mille. Tante means a lot and mille means 1,000. Thank you 1,000 times. During the last lesson, we mentioned both the formal and informal way of speaking Italian. If you want to be more formal when thanking someone, you should say la ringrazio. La ringrazio. That was the formal way to say thank you when referring to lei, the Italian courtesy form for you. Ringraziare is the infinitive form of the verb to give thanks, to be grateful. How to answer? It's easy. There are basically 2 different ways to do it. The first is prego. Prego means you're welcome. The other way to say you're welcome is the expression non c'è di che. Non c'è di che means there's nothing about it. So, when someone is saying grazie to you, we can simply reply with prego or non c'è di che. Sometimes we can say them both, like prego, non c'è di che. For example, if someone is giving you something, grazie mille.
Prego.
Now it's time for Consuelo's tips. Remember, when in doubt, when it is more appropriate to use grazie or la ringrazio, keep it simple is always your safest bet. If you're not sure whether to use the formal or casual version, you can always simply say grazie. So, grazie mille a tutti. Thank you very much, everybody.
Sono di Milano e tu? Di dove sei?
Io sono di Miami.
Ah, non sei di Milano.
Today we learn some of the most common greetings used in Italy. Pronti? Are you ready? Allora, cominciamo! Let's start! The most used informal greeting is ciao. Ciao. Ciao means hi, hello, and goodbye. That's why we use it when we meet, but also when we leave. We should only use this greeting with relatives or friends. And now, let's talk about some more formal greetings. The one you're used to hear in Italy and at italianpod11.com is buongiorno. Buongiorno. Literally, buongiorno means good day. However, we could also interpret it as good morning or good afternoon. As a rule of thumb, we can use buongiorno only during the daytime from morning until evening. During the evening, we say buonasera. Buonasera. So, since sera obviously means evening, buonasera stands for good evening. Buongiorno and buonasera are used when we meet someone, but when we leave, we don't say them again. In this formal situation, Italians use arrivederci. Arrivederci. Arrivederci means goodbye. Finally, in Italian, we use the expression meaning see you soon, that can be considered both formal and informal. That is, a presto. A presto. Now, you can greet people in many different ways in Italian. Ciao. Ciao. Buongiorno. Buonasera. Arrivederci. Arrivederci. A presto. A presto. It's easy, isn't it? Now it's time for Consuelo's tips. In formal situations, Italians commonly greet one another by shaking hands. On the other hand, if we meet someone we are very friendly with, we kiss each other on the cheek. Don't be afraid to do it with your Italian friends. It's normal. Ciao!
Ciao!
Want to speak real Italian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at italianpod101.com.
Ciao Ilaria, come stai?
Benone. E tu?
Non c'è male, grazie. Buonasera, signora Ravazzi, come sta?
Molto bene, grazie. E lei?
Io sto così così.
Hi guys, ciao ragazzi, I'm Desiree and today we're gonna learn together 10 lines you need for introducing yourself. Ho studiato l'italiano per un anno. I've been learning Italian for a year. Ho studiato l'italiano per... I've been learning Italian for... And then you add the time you've been learning Italian for. For example, you can say ho studiato l'italiano per un anno. I've been learning Italian for 1 year. Or, in my case, for English would be ho studiato l'inglese per 8 anni. I've been learning English for 8 years. Il mio nome è Desiree. My name is Desiree. Il mio nome è, my name is, in my case, of course, my name is Desiree. Il mio nome è Desiree. You can just add your name. You can also say mi chiamo. It means I'm called. So, yeah, mi chiamo Desiree. I'm called Desiree. Ciao, è un piacere conoscerti. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Ciao, è un piacere conoscerti. Hi, it's nice to meet you. When, for example, you're inside a big group and you go like one by one introducing yourself, maybe you don't say every time è un piacere conoscerti, but you just say piacere, pleasure. And it's okay, it's nice. Vengo dall'Italia. I'm from Italy. Vengo da means I'm from. For example, I'm from Italy, vengo dall'Italia. I'm from Dubai, vengo da Dubai. So vengo da, you can put the country name or the city, place, it's the same. Vivo a Roma. I live in Rome. Vivo a, I live in. Vivo a Torino, I live in Turin. Vivo a Roma, I live in Rome. I live in New York, vivo a New York. If you want to say the country, just put in. If you want to put the city, it's a. Vivo a Torino, vivo in Italia. Sono insegnante. I'm a teacher. Sono, and then you say your profession. I'm, when you're talking about your job, for example, sono insegnante, I'm a teacher, or sono un pescatore, I'm a fisherman. Anyway, sono, that means I am. It's the way to say what you're doing as a job too. So you just say I am and then your profession. Ho 22 anni. I'm 22 years old. Ho 22 anni. Ho numero anni. So I'm number years. I'm 22 years old. Io ho 22 anni. In Italian we don't say I am, but I have. So io ho means I have, and then you put your number of years. So io ho 22 anni means I'm 22 years old, but literally is I have. Mi piace ascoltare la musica. I enjoy listening to music. Mi piace, I enjoy, I like. For example, mi piace ascoltare la musica. I like listening to music. Mi piace leggere libri. I like reading books. Or mi piace molto mangiare. I enjoy eating a lot. Uno dei miei hobby è la lettura. One of my hobbies is reading. One of my hobby is reading. Uno dei miei hobby è la lettura. But you can also say uno dei miei hobby è leggere. So leggere with the verb or lettura, it's a noun. You can put both after one of my hobbies. Uno dei miei hobby è. Sto imparando l'italiano su italianpod101.com. I'm learning Italian at italianpod101.com. Sto imparando l'italiano con Desiree. I'm learning Italian with Desiree. Sto imparando l'italiano da solo. I'm learning Italian by myself. Or sto imparando l'italiano attraverso la televisione. I'm learning Italian through television. I'm learning Italian listening to music. Sto imparando l'italiano ascoltando canzoni. Great, that's a great way to do that. That was the 10 of lines you need for introducing yourself. I hope you enjoyed and you found it useful. Thank you for all your comments. I'll read every of them and I'm happy I can be useful for you to learn Italian somehow. I hope this video helped you too. So comment if you want to and remember to subscribe. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.
Melissa, quanti anni hai?
Ho 24 anni. E tu?
Io ho 25 anni. Quanti anni ha?
Ho 24 anni. E lei?
Ho 25 anni.
Hi guys, welcome to ItalianPod101.com. My name is Ilaria, nice to meet you. And today we're going to talk about the 20 travel phrases you should know. So something quite usual if happens that, for instance, you're going to travel in my country, in Italy. So let's start. Potrei avere una mappa? Could I get a map? Potrei avere una mappa? Could I get a map? Is actually something really useful, especially if you find yourself in a situation where you don't know where you are and you want to ask someone help. Let's say you're going to a local shop and you say, potrei avere una mappa? Parla inglese? Do you speak English? Another useful phrase is, parla inglese? Do you speak English? This is something really, really useful when you are abroad and you want to know if someone speaks English and you say, parla inglese? C'è un autobus dall'aeroporto alla città? Is there a bus from the airport to the city? C'è un autobus dall'aeroporto alla città? Is there a bus from the airport to the city? This is specifically from the airport to the city, so dall'aeroporto alla città, from the airport to the city. Dov'è la stazione? Where is the train station? Dov'è la stazione? Where is the train station? So in this case, dov'è la stazione is a bit generic in Italian because you can say where is the train station, which is dov'è la stazione dei treni, but you can also say dov'è la stazione del bus, where is the autobus station, you know. You should be like specific because people they might ask you which station are you looking for, train station or bus station, because they are quite different. Sometimes are in different places in Italy. Mi scusi, qual è la tariffa? Excuse me, what's the fare? Mi scusi, qual è la tariffa? Excuse me, what's the fare? You can also say mi scusi, quanto costa? È questo l'autobus giusto per l'aeroporto? Is this the right bus for the airport? È questo l'autobus giusto per l'aeroporto? Is this the right bus for the airport? You can also say this with trains, with any kind of public transport really, you know? And also, è questo il treno giusto per l'aeroporto? La connessione Wi-Fi è gratuita? Is the Wi-Fi free? La connessione Wi-Fi è gratuita? Is the Wi-Fi free? Then you can check your maps, you know, watch for public transport yourself, you know. You can also say avete Wi-Fi, which is actually pretty much the same. They will understand what you're talking about. Ha qualche posto libero per stasera? Do you have any vacancies tonight? Ha qualche posto libero per stasera? Do you have any vacancies tonight? In this case, you are talking about hotel rooms or, you know, any kind of place where you can spend the night, where you are abroad as an hotel or a B&B or an apartment, you know. And you can actually say, avete qualche posto libero? Potrei spostarmi in una camera diversa? Could I move to a different room? Potrei spostarmi in una camera diversa? Could I move to a different room? So let's say you just find an hotel, but they give you like a very small room and you need more things, and you can just say, avete un'altra camera? You know, they will understand that you want to change your room basically. Ho prenotato. I have a reservation. Ho prenotato. I have a reservation. So basically when you say ho prenotato means that you have booked. Potremmo avere il menu per favore? Could we have the menu please? So this is about the food. In English you say, could we have the menu please? And so in Italian you say, potremmo avere il menu per favore? Potremmo, if you are like loads of people, but if you are by yourself, you say, potrei avere il menu per favore? And they will understand exactly what you're talking about. Potrei avere il conto? Could I have the check? Potrei avere il conto? Could I have the check? The check is the bill. You finish to eat and you want to know how much the amount, that you have to pay for. So you say, potrei avere il conto per favore? Sono allergico alle arachidi. I am allergic to peanuts. Sono allergico alle arachidi. I am allergic to peanuts. This is very important, especially if you're allergic to some food, to avoid any problems when you are around for your holidays, you know. And this is actually a very good example when you say sono allergico. Allergico means that you have an allergy, so you are not able to get this food. So sono allergico alle arachidi. Sono allergico al gluten, which means like I'm allergic to gluten, for instance, you know, and so on. Acqua, per favore. Water, please. Acqua, per favore. Water, please. Quanto costa? How much is this? Quanto costa? How much is this? Also you can say, mi potrebbe dire quanto costa, per favore? Which means like, could I know how much is that, please, you know? Ne vorrei 10 di questi. I'd like 10 of these. Ne vorrei 10 di questi. I'd like 10 of these. Which is like, let's say you saw something and you want to know just the quantity, you want more than one, you know, and you say ne vorrei uno, like I want one, ne vorrei due, I want two, and so on, you know, and let's say in this case it's ne vorrei 10. Vorrei questo. I'd like this. Vorrei questo. There is just one particular thing that just grab your attention and you say I want this. Vorrei questo. Potrebbe farmi uno sconto? Could you give me a discount? Potrebbe farmi uno sconto? Could you give me a discount? So this is quite important, especially if you get around quite often and you want to have discounts on things. Let's say you want to buy you buy like a bunch of things and you want a discount from the seller and you say, posso avere lo sconto per favore? Accettate le carte di credito? Do you take credit card? Accettate la carta di credito? Do you take credit card? Potrebbe farmi una foto per favore? Could you take a picture of me, please? Potrebbe farmi una foto per favore? Could you take a picture of me, please? That might be happening, you are in front of a very important monument and you want someone to make a photo of you. And then you say, potrebbe farmi una foto per favore? With this nice question, we actually reached the end of our lesson, guys. Thanks very much for listening to us, as usual. Please watch us, comment, subscribe, and give us some tips about what you want to know next in our lovely Italian language. From ItalianPod101.com, that's it. Thanks very much for listening and take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.
Buono.
Sì, i panini del bar di fronte sono molto buoni.
Sì, il mio ha le olive, il tonno e i pomodori. E tu che panino hai?
Il mio panino invece ha il prosciutto, la mozzarella e le melanzane.
Want to speak real Italian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ItalianPod101.com.
Hi guys, welcome to ItalianPod101.com. My name is Ilaria, nice to see you or nice to meet you. Today we're going to talk about travel, so the top 10 ways to prepare your travel. Of course, in my language, in Italian. So let's start. Scegliere la tua destinazione. To choose your destination. Scegliere la tua destinazione. To choose your destination. Io e le mie amiche abbiamo scelto la nostra destinazione per il prossimo viaggio. My friends and I choose our destination for the next trip. I love to travel with my girlfriends and it is just one of the best thing ever, and I like to organize. I maybe like more to organize than the travel itself, or this kind of feeling that you're getting ready, to go somewhere new with your friends, Risparmiare denaro, to save money. Risparmiare denaro, to save money. Per il viaggio dei miei sogni ho bisogno di risparmiare denaro. For my dream trip, I need to save money. Of course, you need money to travel. You can also do some very nice voluntary travel, and so you don't have to spend lots of money, but you still do something really nice for the other people. You know what I mean? Prenotare un volo. To book a flight. Prenotare un volo. To book a flight. Hai già prenotato il volo del ritorno? Have you already booked your return flight? You can also say, if you need to book a flight, for instance, devo prenotare un volo. I have to book for a flight. Devo prenotare un volo. And then you can say your destination, for instance, Rome. Devo prenotare un volo per Roma. Fare una ricerca sui prezzi. To research the costs. Fare una ricerca sui prezzi. To research the costs. Mio marito ha fatto un'accurata ricerca sui prezzi londinesi. My husband has carefully researched the costs in London. You can actually also save money if you get to know, you just research places and things, use vouchers and things like that. Discounts, you can easily spend less money if you try to research for the best costs, the best offers, basically. Chiedere le ferie. To request vacation time. Chiedere le ferie. To request vacation time. Non si può partire senza chiedere le ferie in anticipo. We can't leave without requesting vacation time in advance. Chiedere le ferie is the word that defines the holiday time, ferie. Prenotare la sistemazione, to book accommodations. Prenotare la sistemazione, to book accommodations. Se viaggio con i bambini è fondamentale prenotare la giusta sistemazione. If I travel with children, it is essential to book the right accommodation. If you are parents, I bet you did that. Ottenere una patente di guida internazionale. To obtain an international driving license. Ottenere una patente di guida internazionale. To obtain an international driving license. Non so ancora come ottenere la patente di guida internazionale. I still don't know how to obtain an international driving license. You can actually, I think that you can, in European countries, you can use the same one. But of course, if you want to drive outside Europe, you might need an international driving license. Rinnovare il tuo passaporto. To renew your passport. Rinnovare il tuo passaporto. To renew your passport. Hai rinnovato il tuo passaporto per andare in Asia? Have you renewed your passport to go to Asia? Be careful about this detail. Acquistare l'assicurazione di viaggio. To buy travel insurance. Acquistare l'assicurazione di viaggio. To buy travel insurance. Non dimenticate di acquistare l'assicurazione di viaggio, ragazzi. Don't forget to buy travel insurance, guys. If you're especially going for a long trip, many also travel agencies, they suggest you to do something like that because you are covered in case of any kind of thing happening, you know, so bear in mind this point. Ottenere un visto. To get a visa. Ottenere un visto. To get a visa. I cittadini europei non hanno bisogno di ottenere un visto per spostarsi in Europa. European citizens don't need to get a visa to move in Europe. That's the reason why I told you before about driving license. I don't think that is necessary in Europe itself. Oh, outside Europe, of course. So anyway, but you'll ask anyway. I mean, when you actually book a travel, you might know exactly if you need a visa to get to that place or not. So I hope these kind of sentences, they were useful to you guys. And now we actually reach the end of our lesson on ItalianPod101.com. Here is Ilaria. Thanks again for listening. Please subscribe, comment, tell us what you want to hear in our nice Italian language. And I thank you very much again. Take care always. Bye guys. Bye bye. Hi guys, welcome to ItalianPod101.com. Today we are going to talk about a very delicate topic, the top 10 phrases tourists should never use. So let's start. È disgustoso. It's disgusting. È disgustoso. It's disgusting. You can also use the word which is less formal than disgustoso. Non mi piace. I don't like it, simply. You don't have to say it's disgusting. You can say I'm sorry, I don't like it. So that would be mi dispiace, ma non mi piace, which is definitely better than è disgustoso. Il mio paese è migliore. My country is better. Il mio paese è migliore. My country is better. So this is actually a kind of patriotism, I think, that you shouldn't have when you are around the world. I mean, because you should be like open-minded, you know, and open to new culture and things like that. So it's better not to say this. Sta zitto. Shut up. Sta zitto. Shut up. You can say also fa silenzio, which is the same, but still, of course, it's not something nice. I mean, you can say that to your children, for instance, you know, if they make a lot of noise, you know, you can say fa silenzio or sta zitto or basta, which is like stop. But of course, it's not nice to say this to someone, you know, that you don't know actually, but even to people that you know. Non sono molto interessata alla vostra cultura. I'm not very interested in your culture. Non sono molto interessata alla vostra cultura. I'm not very interested in your culture. It's better maybe, you know, to say that you prefer other cultures rather than say I don't like your culture, you know. Non mi piace conoscere nuove persone. I don't like meeting new people. Non mi piace conoscere nuove persone. I don't like meeting new people, which is actually impossible if you travel, so it's still the same thing. I mean, if you're open-minded when you travel, because you should be, in order, to tolerate as well differences, because the world is so, there is such a variety, and that actually is also why it's so beautiful. Andiamo a mangiare solo a McDonald's. Let's just eat at McDonald's. Andiamo a mangiare solo a McDonald's. Let's just eat at McDonald's. Of course, I mean, if you travel around the world, you're supposed to try things which are different from your ordinary things, Questo ha un sapore terribile. This taste is awful. Questo ha un sapore terribile. This taste is awful. Instead of saying this, you can say, I'm sorry, but I don't like it. So it would still be, mi dispiace, ma non mi piace. Ho intenzione di passare la giornata in albergo. I'm going to spend the day in the hotel. Ho intenzione di passare la giornata in albergo. I'm going to spend the day in the hotel. Questo è stupido. This is stupid. Questo è stupido. This is stupid. Yeah, I mean, still remember that those are the words that you should not use. Should never use. So learn them in order not to use them. Voi siete incivili. You people are uncivilized. Voi siete incivili. You people are uncivilized. So remember these words, please, and not use them when you are traveling around the world, guys, okay? Thanks very much for listening. Those were the top 10 words tourists should never use. I will see you next time. Thanks from ItalianPod101.com. Here is Ilaria. Please comment, subscribe, and let us know what you want to hear in our nice Italian language. Nice to see you guys. Take care. Next time. Always take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hi guys, welcome to ItalianPod101.com. My name is Ilaria. Nice to meet you, or nice to see you again. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 most common tourist vocabulary. So, let's start. Biglietto, ticket. Biglietto, ticket. Vorrei 2 biglietti per gli Uffizi, per favore. 2 tickets for the Uffizi gallery, please. This is actually, you can apply this phrase to pretty much everything when you need a ticket for something. So, let's say, you want a ticket for a museum. Vorrei un biglietto per il museo, per favore. I would like a ticket for the museum, please. Vorrei un biglietto per il treno, per favore. I would like a ticket for the train, please. For example, so you can apply this to pretty much everything that you like. Turista, tourist, turista, tourist. In Piazza della Signoria ci sono sempre centinaia di turisti. In Signoria Square there are always 100 of tourists. Itinerario, itinerary, itinerario, itinerary. Abbiamo studiato un buon itinerario per visitare l'Italia del Sud. We planned a good itinerary to visit southern Italy. You can also say, abbiamo preparato un itinerario per il nostro viaggio. We prepare an itinerary for our travel. Guida turistica, guidebook. Guida turistica. Guidebook. Preferisco usare internet per consultare le guide turistiche in PDF. I prefer using the internet to read PDF of guidebooks. It's very interesting because you can actually print as well the guidebooks and take it to you when you travel, and instead of maybe buying proper guidebooks, you can choose what you like to see, and so it's a bit different. Autobus turistico, tourbus. Autobus turistico, tourbus. Prenotando l'autobus turistico andremo ad Assisi e Perugia. By booking a tour bus, we'll go to Assisi and Perugia. You can also say, when you arrive to an airport, let's say, and you are looking for a tour bus or a tour bus services where in the city where you're traveling in. So you can actually go to the tourist desk and say, c'è un tour bus. They can understand also if you say tour bus in Italian. But of course, if you say c'è un autobus turistico, is there a tour bus? Or c'è un servizio per i turisti? Is there a service for tourists with a bus? So you can use a lot of different words. Tempio, temple, tempio, temple. Sto per andare a vedere i templi della Valle di Agrigento in Sicilia. I'm going to see the temples of Agrigento Valley in Sicily. I've never been there, but I know that they're really, really beautiful. So if you have time to go to Agrigento when you visit Sicily, you can't miss this spot. It's really, really nice one. There is a lot of history there. Moschea, mosque. Moschea, mosque. Stanno inaugurando una nuova moschea nella nostra città. They are inaugurating a new mosque in our town. Chiesa, church. Chiesa, church. I gruppi di turisti possono visitare le chiese quando non ci sono messe. Group of tourists can visit churches when there isn't mass. Cascata, waterfall. Cascata, waterfall. Nel centro Italia c'è la splendida cascata delle Marmore. In the central Italy, there is the wonderful Marmore waterfall, and it's actually pretty spectacular too. Visitare, to visit. Visitare, to visit. Ci piace visitare i paesini del centro Italia. We love visiting the small towns in central Italy. We actually reached the end of our lesson, so thanks for listening. Please do not forget to subscribe, comment. We are here for you guys. So bye from ItalianPod101.com. Next time, and always take care. Bye from Ilaria. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, welcome to ItalianPod101.com. My name is Ilaria. Nice to meet you, or nice to see you again. Today we are going to talk about a very easy topic, something that you must learn if you are going to Italy, which is the top 10 ways to say hello. So let's start. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Good morning. You can also say salve. Salve is a more generic word that you can use with at any time of the day, and is quite generic. So salve is something that is very polite, and at the same time you can use it all the time during the day. So when you meet someone, let's say you say salve, so the person is going to say to you salve or buongiorno. Ciao. Hello. Ciao is, well, I think everyone knows the word ciao, Ciao is quite informal, so you don't say really ciao to older people or the people that you don't know really. So you can use ciao with your friends. But also, let's say, if you're going to a restaurant or a shop and you want to say to the person which is working, grazie, ciao, thanks, goodbye, it works, because ciao, you can use ciao as hello when you meet someone, but also as goodbye, so it's another very generic word as salve. Non ci vediamo da tanto tempo. Non ci vediamo da tanto tempo. Long time no see. Non ci vediamo da tanto tempo. Non ci vediamo da tanto tempo.
which in English is long time no see. You can also say da quanto tempo non ci vediamo. So it's a very long time that we haven't seen each other. Come ti sei trovato? Come ti sei trovato? How have you been? Which is also, you can say, come è andata. Come è andata? Which is pretty much the same. You can use it, let's say your friend goes to, your Italian friend goes to somewhere for vacation and you want to ask him how the trip was, and you can say come è andata, which is come ti sei trovato, how have you been? It's pretty much the same. Come va oggi? How is your day? Come va oggi? Oggi is today. Che si dice? Che si dice? What's up? Che si dice? Which is like, what's up? Che si dice is very informal and is more like a kind of slang, Italian slang. It's not like proper formal Italian. So you say come stai, you know. Che si dice is more, still if you meet your friend, you know, you have like a very informal way to say things to each other, you know. You don't speak like hi Italian, you know. So che si dice is pretty much used to say like how are you, how is your life, is the same of come va and come stai. Buon pomeriggio. Good afternoon. Buon pomeriggio. Buon pomeriggio. Good afternoon. Come stai? How are you? Usually Italian people, we used to say when we meet like a friend, ciao come stai? Like, which means hello, how are you? You know, but you can also say ciao, come va? Hello, how are you? Come va is the same of come stai. Piacere di conoscerti. Piacere di conoscerti. It's nice to meet you. Piacere di conoscerti. Piacere di conoscerti. Nice to meet you. You can also say è stato un piacere conoscerti. È stato un piacere conoscerti. When you meet someone like for the first time and you like the person, you know, you say, it has been nice to meet you, you know, which is different than nice to meet you, which is when you actually meet the person for the first time, then you say piacere. You can also say just piacere, you know, when you give your hand to the person that you're meeting, you can say just piacere. And the person might answer to you, piacere mio, which is my pleasure, you know. Come vanno le cose? Come vanno le cose? How is everything? Come vanno le cose? Come vanno le cose? How is everything? So, come vanno le cose is it refers to something really general. So, how is your life in general, you know? But it's used quite a lot in Italy, this phrase, come vanno le cose. So, and with this very nice phrase, we actually reached the end of our lesson, the top 10 ways to say hello in Italian. Thanks very much for listening. Here's Ilaria, ItalianPod101.com. And guys, I'll see you the next lesson. Bye-bye. Take care.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.